Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Play action, now it's Lance. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trayvon Walker brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack on 1st down, Lance, he'll rifle this one deep right side, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Red, yellow.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Out route, he finds his man, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 2nd quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Ready.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking downfield for Jones. Touchdown Colts. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Let's go. Hey, exit. You got bombers. You got bombers. Go.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. Hey, Alpha. Hey, Wahoo. Hey, Oregon.
Now here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Hey, you. Go. Hey, get it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Come on,
here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They go play action now. Lawrence completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
York able to send this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the double.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Let's go now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And Lance now to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm too, and he showed it off here. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Colts at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first two games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Let's go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Lance again. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Lance to throw it. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are back within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Hey, let's go. Hey, exit.
Now Lawrence on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Lawrence. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Thomas. And the Colts are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Lance now on 1st down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys that...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game? As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Lawrence will throw. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I'm ready.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. This time they stay on the ground. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing now is Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw, it's Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence to throw. This is swung out to Eckler. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance dancing to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Lance again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in the second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Godwin, 72 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Hall again. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Breece Hall, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. What an excellent run. And from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
Tucker with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give. Eckler running to the right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Boston, the man in motion left. Running on first down, Eckler taken down at the 47-yard line. 2nd down and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Boston, the man in motion left. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Khalil Mack in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he sees...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Chiefs will add to their fourth quarter lead. The York on now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
It was great just to see Danielle Hunter back on the field after missing all of 2020 with a neck injury. When he's on top of his game, book him for the Pro Bowl, and he'll always be contending for All-Pro status.
And some room to work. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Colts on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2.
52.
Now a play fake. Lance out to his left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down for touchdown Colts. Marvin Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Away.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Back to throw, Lawrence. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Eckler now between the tackles. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Once more, here's Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me.